Hello students, let's quickly revise section numbers of chapter 3 prospectus and allotment of securities section 23 to 42. Total 20 sections are there in this chapter, and this chapter is of two parts. Part 1 prospectus, part 2 private placement. Part 1 prospectus covers 19 sections, that is section 23 to 41. Part 2 private placement is having only one section, section 42. So what is section 42? Private placement. Next, as you all know, we are having two types of companies, private, public. OPC is part of private company only. Private company, public company. Private company can offer its securities to its existing members under rights or bonus, or it can offer securities to identified persons through private placement. Public company can offer securities to its existing members under rights or bonus. It can also offer securities to the identified persons through private placement, and it can also offer securities to public at a large through prospectus. Now, this prospectus and private placement is our section 23. Getting my point? Very easy to remember. See, we are having two companies, so private to public. Private can offer securities in two modes. Public can offer securities in three modes. 2 plus 3, 23. I mean, 2 plus 3 means it's not 5. Here 2, 3, 23. So what is section 23? Prospectus and private placement. Next one, we are having two authorities, CG, SEBI. Here, companies are classified into two categories. One category, listed company, company in the process of listing. Other category, all other companies. All other companies. In listed company and company in the process of listing, activities are classified into two categories. One category, issue and transfer of securities, non-payment of declared dividend, and all other matters. So now, two activities of these two companies are administered by SEBI. Other matters and all other companies are administered by central government. Getting my point? Now, coming to the authorities, we had two authorities, CG, SEBI. CG, two letters, SEBI, four letters, and this is section 24. Original section 24 is powers of SEBI, but for remembering section numbers, yes, I added CG. Getting my point? CG, two letters, SEBI, four letters, 24. So tell me, what is section 42? Private placement. 23, prospectus and private placement. 24, powers of CG and SEBI. Next, if a company decides to make public offer, then it has to fulfill certain requirements, and it had various types of prospectus. Getting my point? So whenever company decides to make public offer, yes, prospectus comes into the picture, and the cheat code is RTP, requirements and types of prospectus. Coming to the requirements, so what are the matters to be stated in the prospectus? Any change in the matters, we call it as variation. And offered securities should be in DMAT form. Offered securities should be in DMAT form. And if company decides to make advertisement of prospectus, if company decides to advertise its prospectus, then it has to fulfill certain conditions. Getting my point? So that is nothing but advertisement of prospectus. Now coming to the types of prospectus, we had 5 types. For remembering, the cheat code here is DOSRA, DOSRA. D stands for deemed, O stands for offer, offer for sale of securities, S shelf prospectus, or red herring prospectus, A abridged prospectus. Clear? So types of prospectus, 5 types: deemed, offer for sale, shelf prospectus, red herring prospectus, abridged prospectus. Now let's mark sections. Deemed prospectus 25. Now come this side. Matters to be stated in the prospectus 26. Any change in the matters, we call it as variation. It has to comply section 27. Next, come this side. Offer for sale of securities 28. Now come this side. Demat form of securities 29. Down. Advertisement of prospectus 30. Next, continuation. Shelf prospectus 31. Red herring prospectus 32. Abridged prospectus 33. So requirements of public offer and types of prospectus. Under requirements, you can see 4. Actually 3 only, but 4. 3 means matters. Change in matters, we call it as variation. Next, offered security should be in DMAT form. Advertisement of prospectus. Coming to the types, deemed prospectus, offer for sale of securities, shelf prospectus, red herring prospectus, abridged prospectus. Clear? Next one, any false statements in the prospectus, we call it as misstatements. And what is the effect of misstatements? Punishment to the defaulting person, punishment to the defaulter, and rights to the aggrieved party. Rights of aggrieved party, punishment to the defaulter. So that is our next continuation to the story. Next one. So any fraud in these documents, yes, we call it as misstatements. Now these misstatements I classified into two categories: misstatements in prospectus, misstatements out of prospectus. If there are misstatements in the prospectus, then the consequences will be criminal liability, civil liability. Criminal liability, civil liability. So civil, we had 5 letters. How many letters? 5. So 35. And criminal liability, 34. Clear? So what is the section number for criminal liability for misstatements in the prospectus? 34. What is section 35? Civil liability. Next one, sir, misstatements out of prospectus, stockbrokers, underwriters, any person, if they are fraudulently inducing persons to make investment into the company, that means they are making what kind of statements? Fraudulent statements, nothing but misstatements. Are they making those misstatements in the prospectus or out of prospectus? They are not making such misstatements in the prospectus. They are making those misstatements in some other form, not in prospectus. That's what I wrote here, out of prospectus. So in that case, punishment to the defaulter is specified in section 36. Punishment for fraudulently inducing persons to invest their money into the company. Okay, next one, rights of an aggrieved party, that is section 37. Action to be taken by aggrieved party, section 37. Yes. Next, till here 37 sections completed. Next one, securities, you have to remember a cheat code PASG. PASG. PAS stands for actually prospectus and allotment of securities. Our chapter name, prospectus and allotment of securities, shortcut PAS. Here PAS refers to, P stands for personation, A stands for allotment, S stands for stock exchange, G stands for GDR, global depository receipts. Section numbers continuation ma, personation 38, allotment 39, listing, getting listing approvals from stock exchanges 40, issue of global depository receipts 41. So with this, sir, then what is section 42? Beginning only I told you, section 42 is private placement. So with this story for chapter 3 also completed. Let's have a quick overview. So come on, tell me, what is section 23? Prospectus and private placement. 24, powers of CG and SEBI. 25, deemed prospectus. 26, matters to be stated in the prospectus and any change in those matters, variation, section 27. Next, 28, offer for sale of securities. 29, offered security should be in demat form. 30, advertisement of prospectus. 31, shelf prospectus. 32, red herring prospectus. 33, abridged prospectus. Misstatements in prospectus, consequences, criminal liability 34, civil liability 35. Next, punishment for fraudulently inducing persons to invest their money into the company, section 36. Action by aggrieved party 37. Personation of securities 38. Allotment of securities 39. Stock exchanges 40. Global depository receipts, it is also one type of security, 41. So for remembering sections only, I narrated this story. Clear? That's it. All the very best for your examinations.